Here's a new fact for you. Daylight savings time began as a practical measure to make better use of daylight and conserve energy, with its origins tied to wartime efforts in the early 20th century. We'll break down the key reasons and historical context behind its inception. The real push for daylight savings time came during World War I, when resource conservation became critical. In 1916, Germany and Austria-Hungary became the first countries to adopt daylight savings time, advancing their clocks by 1 hour during the warmer months. The primary reason was energy conservation. By aligning waking hours with natural daylight, they aimed to reduce the need for artificial lighting and save fuel, which was in short supply due to the war effort. This shift meant less coal and electricity were used for lighting homes and businesses in the evening. Other countries quickly followed suit. The United States implemented daylight savings time in 1918, also as a wartime measure to conserve energy. The logic was straightforward. Extending evening daylight would cut down on the use of electric lights and heating resources, freeing up fuel for military needs. However, after the war ended, daylight savings time proved unpopular in the US, and it was repealed in 1919 due to public resistance and lack of consistent support. Reminds me of the metric system coming to the US in the 1970s. Daylight savings time made a comeback during World War II, again driven by the need to save energy during a global conflict. The US reinstated it in 1942, calling it wartime, and kept clocks advanced year-round to maximize daylight usage. The goal remained the same: reduce reliance on artificial lighting and preserve fuel for the war. After the war, some countries abandoned daylight savings time, while others retained it, leading to a patchwork of policies worldwide. After World War II, daylight savings time's use became more permanent in some places. In the US, the Uniform Time Act of 1966 standardized daylight savings time, setting consistent start and end dates, though states could opt out. This reflected a belief that the practice still offered benefits, even if its energy-saving impact was debated. While daylight savings time started with clear energy-saving goals, its effectiveness has long been questioned. Modern studies suggest that while it may slightly reduce lighting costs, it can increase energy use for heating and cooling, making overall savings minimal or even negative in some cases. Despite this, the practice persists in many countries, including the US, where it runs from the second Sunday in March to the first Sunday in November. And now, the best of the story. The idea of adjusting the time to extend daylight hours was first suggested by Benjamin Franklin in 1784, 132 years before the First World War. In a satirical essay, Franklin, yes, we were on the first-name basis, proposed that people could save candles by waking up earlier to use morning sunlight. While his suggestion was not taken seriously at the time, it planted the seed for the concept of shifting time to optimize daylight. And now, the best of the story. Hello, Ethan, Jada, Hunter, Diana, Marco, and Magdalena. Please take a moment to like and subscribe. It'll help our little channel grow. If you like and subscribe, we can give you a shout out too.